I just wanted to drop in and give a quick ERC update so you might get a better idea of what's going on with your claim. All claims submitted after September 14th, 2023 were put on hold, so it's possible that you still may be waiting on your ERC funds. The IRS announced recently 5 warning signs or red flags that will help you to determine if you have submitted a bad ERC, Employee Retention Credit claim. We're going to go over these red flags because the IRS is denying claims that have mistakes. If you filed a claim and you think that it has red flags or mistakes, I'm going to share with you what you can do. Several months ago, I made a video about IRS audits of ERC claims. Now the IRS plans to increase the number of audits. The IRS has even started criminal proceedings on 460 business owners or promoters. Due to ERC promoters preparing so many bad claims, the IRS decided to pause the processing of claims so they could conduct a study to try to detect a pattern in the claims. Each claim is looked at individually by an IRS employee, one by one. The IRS has been able to take a look at a lot of the claims, so now they're going to go ahead and send out payments for something like 50,000 claims. If your claim was approved, you can expect to receive your payment as early as September 2024. The IRS plans to process more claims and will send out payments for those claims later this fall. So if you filed a claim between September 14th, 2023 and January 31st, 2024, if you haven't heard from the IRS about your claim, you should hear something soon. The IRS also sent out roughly 28,000 letters telling business owners that their claims were disallowed. So far, the IRS has disallowed about $5 billion in claims. Some of the claims that were disallowed haven't been processed yet, but some claims have already been processed. If you have already received money for your ERC claim and you receive a letter saying that your claim was disallowed, you may have to return the money that you have already received. Now, if you do receive a letter, if you're brave enough, you can always file an appeal with the Office of Appeals. If your claim has not been processed yet and you're afraid that your claim may have mistakes, later in the video, I will go over the options of what you can do. If you haven't heard anything from the IRS about your claim yet, here are 5 red flags that your ERC claim could be denied. First, if your business was fully operational and you did not have a significant decline in gross income, your claim could be denied. Lots of business owners were told by promoters that because their business was essential, they could claim the credit. Actually, being an essential business is not a criteria. Your business has to pass the gross receipts test, or the government had to issue a qualified government order and fully or partially suspend your business operations. You have to provide proof that your operations were suspended. If you don't, your claim might be denied. Second, if you own more than 50% of your business and you use the wages of family members for your ERC claim, that's a red flag. Please take a look at your screen for a list of people who are considered to be family members. Also, if you didn't pay wages at all, you can't claim the ERC. Thirdly, hopefully you didn't include the same wages for an ERC claim that you included in PPP loan forgiveness. If you had a PPP loan and it was forgiven, you can't include those same wages for the ERC. Number 4, if you're a large employer and you claimed wages for employees who were still working, this is a red flag. If you had an average of 100 full-time employees in 2019 and claimed the ERC for 2020, or you had an average of more than 500 full-time employees in 2019 and claimed the ERC for 2021, you are classified as a large employer. As a large employer, you can only claim wages paid to employees who did not work at all. And lastly, if you have calculations that are wrong, your claim may be denied. If you believe that you have submitted a bad employee retention credit claim, the IRS has a few solutions for you. The IRS has said that this is your last chance to try to avoid an audit or criminal proceedings. Here are your 3 options. 1, the voluntary disclosure program. You will have to voluntarily pay back your ERC claim minus 15%. If you don't have the money to pay it all back at one time, you can ask for a payment arrangement. You might have to pay penalties and interest on the amount that is part of the payment arrangement though. If you choose to go with this program, you can avoid an audit, but you will have to assist the IRS if they need more information. The information required would include the names, addresses, telephone numbers, and details about what services were provided by any tax preparers or advisors who helped you with your ERC claim. The Voluntary Disclosure Program is only for the 2021 tax periods. The program is open through November 22nd, 2024. 2, if your Employee Retention Credit claim has not been processed, you can withdraw your claim altogether. The claim will be treated as though it were never filed and you will not have any penalties or interest. Or 3, you can amend your return to correct the amount of your ERC claim. Really, the IRS wants to penalize promoters more than anything. The IRS has been gathering information from people who have used the services of a promoter, and also they have been doing surveillance on promoters. Promoters are the ones getting hit with a lot of the civil and criminal penalties. If you have received a notice from the IRS, or if you know someone who has received a notice regarding an ERC claim, please let us know about it in the comments section. If you want to know more about IRS audits of the ERC claim, or if you want to know more about who can file, please watch the video in the upper left of your screen. If you want to know how the IRS does surveillance, please watch the video in the lower left of your screen. Take care.